Me.
We'll take our first questions from Gabriel Gonzalez with Cakeside Press. Your line is open.
Hey Matt, how are you?
Doing good. We just got out of quarantine, so I'm doing real good.
Oh, I can imagine that. I want to ask, I know it was a tough 2020 in terms of getting back into the cage. So can you put into words what it's like to finally be back at fight week?
It feels amazing. 2020 was a rough year with all these fight cancellations I had, but 2020 was a rough year for everyone. And in the end of the day, I stayed training, I stayed leveling up, I stayed working on my craft. It was just frustrating that I couldn't show the world and fight and show everyone what I've been working on. But everything happens for a reason, and we got on the one of the biggest cards of the year, Conor McGregor pay-per-view against an undefeated opponent. So everything worked out. It's all good.
I mean, when you have stuff like that happen, obviously you do the best that you can with training, but I can only imagine the level of, just discouragement and frustration when you put all that work in. So, how do you stay positive? How do you just, take it and just get it out of your system to move on and, just keep going with everything?
Yeah, it's rough. The hardest part was probably when I got hurt. I broke my foot, and just got to stay busy. I'll take like one day and be upset about it, but then just got to recognize it and you know control what you can control. To stay in the present and uh, and make every day the best. So that's what I did.
Talking about the fight with Ottman, how do you feel you match up with him stylistically?
Oh, great. I love that he's undefeated. I love that he's got all these first round finishes. But this guy hasn't been tested, and that's what I do. I test people, and I'm looking forward to using my full arsenal of mixed martial arts and really dragging this guy to deep water and seeing if he can drown or seeing if he can swim and drowning him.
My final question, you brought it up. It is the big Conor McGregor fight card. I mean, do you plan to, after the fight, hang out with everybody and watch it, or do you prefer to just do your own thing with your team after a fight?
No, we're trying to get into the crowd. I wanna go out there, handle business, and then head into the crowd and watch the rest of the fights. The first UFC fight I've ever been to was McGregor against Seaver back in Boston back in the day, and that was like when I was 1-0 as a pro. And I remember watching that fight and just feeling the energy that the Irish fans are bringing in Boston and thinking I gotta get in the UFC. I belong here, and now we're fighting on the same card with him, so it's all good.
Hey, thank you, Matt. Good luck.
Yeah, thanks.
We'll go next to Damon Martin with MMA Fighting. Your line is open.
You mentioned being at that Connor fight in Boston several years ago. We hear it all the time when people fight on Connor cards. Some people say, "Oh, it doesn't matter; it's just another card." Other people say, "Yeah, it is exciting. There's more attention." I know this is kind of weird because it's in Abu Dhabi and there's only a couple thousand fans versus 20,000 fans. But do you kind of feel that? Like, does that raise the intensity, the excitement of being on a card at this level?
Oh, 100%. Everybody. Connor is so good for the sport. Everybody knows him, and he brings that energy. Everyone's excited when he fights, and everyone's watching when he fights, and it's awesome that I'm able to be on the main card of a pay per view with him.
I don't want to, the disappointed. I know there was a lot for you dealing with, a couple fight cancellations, but coming off the wins you were coming off of, you kind of knocked off a couple of, highly touted guys with Jalen Turner and Luis Pena. How important is it to kind of start off the year the right way here and kind of start building that momentum back? Because you had started to, kind of build that momentum. Unfortunately, 2020 went the way it did, but do you feel like this is a good opportunity to kind of, kickstart that momentum again?
Oh, definitely. This guy's got a lot of hype, and he's definitely a hype train. And he's not the first hype train I've derailed, and he's not gonna be the last hype train I'll derail. So that excites me. The last two guys, you know, uh, were hype trains and we derailed them, and I plan on doing the same to this guy.
When you look at Ottman, you know, his style, he's kind of a go big or go home kind of guy, very aggressive, a lot of power. But that also creates openings for you, I imagine, right? Like a guy is coming forward, is, you know, trying to get you out of there early. Do you feel like that actually is, or could potentially play your hand a little bit?
Yeah, definitely. And you know, we're prepared for it, and it's time, you know, it's almost time to go out there and execute.
Thanks, Matt.
No problem. Thank you.
And we'll take our final questions from Corey with UFC.com.
Hey, Matt. I'm actually Corey.
What's up?
Can you do me a favor and still just look in the camera, though, when you respond?
Yeah.
Great. Thank you. So I know you didn't get to fight in a venue with no fans, but with a limited number of fans finally being able to attend again, what type of energy do you think that will provide?
It's gonna be great, you know. Just having fans, being in that new arena. You know, I'm excited. It's definitely gonna bring energy, you know, and it'll be cool.
What kind of statement would you like your performance to make on Saturday night?
You know, I want all the non-believers to believe. You know, all the doubters are gonna know, you know, are gonna know my name, and you know, I want to go out there and show the world, you know, what I've been working on for the past 10 years. You know, what my craft is, and the people are gonna know.
I don't want to get too far ahead, but if things go well for you on Saturday night, what would you like the rest of your 2021 to look like?
I definitely want to stay busy. You know, I want to go in there, handle business, no injuries, and then get right back to it and get right back to training, get a fight booked right away. And then I'm getting married in September. So I definitely get, you know, one other one before then, and then maybe one or two at the end of the year. You know, we'll see. It's a busy year.
So I know you've had a little bit of a layoff. What do you think is going to be going through your head? What kind of emotions are you going to be feeling as you make your walk out to the octagon?
You know, just the ones like every other fight, just ready to go. You know, I never say that I'm nervous. I just say I'm more anxious. I'm like, you know, I know I'm ready. I know I'm prepared. I know I've done it. I've done this fight camp. It was a great fight camp. I'm gonna have a perfect weight cut, and you know, at that point, I'm just like, let's do this. I'm ready. Let's do this, and you know, we're gonna go out there and do it.
Awesome. That's it for me. Good luck on Saturday night. Thank you.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Well, thank you very much, Matt. That's all the time we have for you today.
Cool. Sweet. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Appreciate it.